When you're in the driver's seat, you're in control. But the second you move over to the passenger seat, your life is in someone else's hands. That's why one mom wants you to speak up if you feel unsafe riding in the car with someone. Connor Guido was the kind of guy who lifted everyone up around him.
You know, he was a beacon of light, really. I don't know anyone who didn't like him. He was just full of energy and life. And I think his whole objective in life was to make people laugh.
But on homecoming night,
Connor's girlfriend called me and said, Miss Tammy, there's been an accident. We rushed to the crash site, which was less than a mile from our house. And it had already been cordoned off. And I did everything I could to get to my baby. Barring trying to fight an officer to get to him. I knew when I got the phone call he was dead. It's just, call it a mother's instinct.
Tammy says the pain of losing her son was made worse when she found out how the crash happened. Connor had been riding in the car with a new friend driving.
That should have been prevented. He was not supposed to be riding with the guy that he got in the car with. He was a passenger in the front seat. His friend Logan hopped into the back seat. And this teenager was unlicensed, underage, and had been showboating and bragging on social media about driving fast. And Connor hopped into the car, Logan hopped in the back seat, and he took off about 70 miles an hour in a 35. Unfortunately, he lost control of the vehicle. He ran off the road, hit a tree, flipped the car, and he killed all three of them instantly that night.
Every year, about 25,000 passengers like Connor die in car crashes across America. The National Road Safety Foundation wants you to know it's okay to be a backseat driver if you feel unsafe.
If they feel that the driver is driving recklessly, whether it's speeding or being distracted by a cell phone or anything else happening in the car, if they're driving aggressively, tailgating, zooming from lane to lane, cutting people off, these are all things that can cause a crash. And you as a passenger have a right to speak up. It's not always easy. Sometimes a driver will say, hey, don't be a backseat driver or mind your own business. And if that happens, then you should just try to calmly explain, hey, listen, you're making me nervous. I'm scared, and I also care about you. I don't want you to get hurt or worse. So please take it easy.
Passengers are scared, especially teenagers. They're scared to speak up. We want them to know that they can speak up.
Here are 3 ways experts say you can protect yourself as a passenger. First, just like we know to have a designated driver on a night out drinking, have a designated texter who can respond to text or calls for the driver. Also, buckle up. About half the passengers who died in a crash were not wearing a seatbelt. And if you want to anonymously report someone's bad driving instead of confronting them about it, you can do that online on ifyouseesomething.saysomething.org. Again, that's ifyouseesomething.saysomething.org.